Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Saints will be back on the field up in New York, although New York City, or New Jersey to be precise, when they play the Jets on Sunday. Saints riding a 5-game losing streak, first in the Sean Payton era, and they will be further shorthanded. We learned earlier today, as Sean Fazand and others have mentioned via Twitter, that Deonte Harris will, in fact, begin his 3-game suspension this week. So Harris was arrested this offseason for DUI. The charges were ultimately lessened, He agreed to, I believe, a probationary period or something along those lines, and it was thought because he didn't plead guilty and was not convicted of DUI that potentially he could get away without punishment from the NFL or without this suspension. But as it is, you appeal, you go through the appeals process in the NFL, you're appealing to the man who hands out the punishments, and Roger Goodell. So he is judge, jury, and executioner, and it was to no avail. So Deonte Harris will begin serving his 3-game suspension this week against the Jets. The Saints are a 5.5-point favorite in this game, which is kind of stunning, but it speaks to how miserable the Jets are. This is a team that drafted Zach Wilson and have really bailed on him early. And Robert Saleh, who's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach, is leading what is literally the worst defense in the NFL. The New York Jets are dead last in total defense at 396 yards per game. And they're dead last in scoring defense at 30.6 points per game. So yes, even this miserable, putrid Saints offense, void of healthy players and talent, this Saints offense should still be able to find the magic elixir to be this miserable Jets defense, which again is the worst defense right now in the NFL. Taysom Hill has the finger injury that we certainly know about from the Thursday night game against Dallas. Reports over the weekend while we were out is that he still plans to play through it. How effective can he be? We'll see. All of that is very much up in the air. But the Saints, as we now know, will be without Deonte Harris for the next 3 games. So that means no Deonte Harris against the Jets, the Bucs, and the Dolphins. 2 of those games you very well could be favored. You're favored against New York. You're certainly not going to be favored on the road against Tampa, but you might be favored at home against Miami in a couple of weeks from now. So, we talked about it with Mike Triplett last week, and I was so bummed because he actually gave us a modicum of hope to think the Saints, if they were able to get past Dallas and get guys healthy, that they could make a run down the stretch and win 4 or 5. But losing to Dallas puts you in an almost impossible situation. They most certainly will lose at Tampa. So the best you would assume that the Saints team could do is 9-8, which is just good enough to miss the playoffs and miss out on a really high draft pick. So there's a couple of questions, obviously. Is Taysom Hill actually going to play quarterback for the Saints this week? I would assume that if that's his goal, his ambition to do so, that he'll get out there, numb it up, and play. And then the other big question is who returns. That's a pretty terrible Jets offense. And if you get Marcus Davenport back and remember, you have 10 days off from your game against Dallas. As tough as it was to go Sunday, Thursday, Thursday, and to play 3 games in roughly 2 weeks, it's difficult at less than 2 weeks. As tough as that is, the benefit is on the back end you get 10 days off. So you get 10 days to maybe get Armstead healthy and Ramczyk healthy and Kamara healthy. And, Taysom gets some time to let that finger heal, and maybe get Davenport back as well. And if you're closer to whole, maybe you can go out and win some of these games down the stretch. It's miserable to be in the NFL and to lose all the time. It's just so interesting because we have become so accustomed as Saints fans or observers to expecting New Orleans to win. I mean, you could legitimately say that for most years in the last 15 years, every time the Saints went on the field, you had some degree of expectation that the Saints would or could win the game. Is that fair? And right now it feels flipped. But consider the Jets standpoint. As bad as we feel about the Saints right now, they're still a 6-point road favorite over the Jets. That's what it's like being a Jets fan. Not saying the Jets can't win this game. Certainly they can. It's the NFL. It's the any given Sunday thing that we all know to be true. But the Saints typically have an expectation of winning. The Jets have an expectation of losing. And more often than not, those things manifest. So I'd love to see the Saints go out and have a good game. They haven't won a game since Halloween, where they probably upset Tampa Bay on Halloween with the pick six to seal it late. And they haven't won a game since. So it would be nice to get off the schneid, end this 5-game losing streak, get a little feel-good in the belly, and then see what you can make the rest of the season. But Saints, 5.5-point road favorites over the Jets where it opened. Some places have it up at 6. And no Deonte Harris for the next 3 weeks. So an offense which has been void of weapons is going to be without its leading receiver for the next 3 weeks.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.